Good morning. I thought I'd break out another strat game this morning, and this is the third one I'll have played. Share this screen with myself. It's the Expos at the Cardinals. Going for the Expos will be Dave McNally. 12 starts that year was 3-6, an ERA of 5.24. 77 innings, allowed 88 hits, 8 home runs, walked 36, struck out 36. And for Bob Gibson, his numbers: 14 starts, pitched in relief some too. He had a couple saves, was 3-10, 5.04 ERA, 109 innings, allowed 120 hits. 10 of those were homers. He walked 62, struck out only 60. Lineup for the Expos, leading off playing left field, is Tony Scott. Batting second and playing shortstop, Tim Foley. Playing center field, batting third, Pepe Mangel. Batting fourth, the cleanup guy, first baseman Mike Jorgensen. Batting fifth, the catcher, Barry Foote. Hitting sixth and starting in right field, Gary Carter. Batting seventh, playing second base, is Pete Manakin. Hitting eighth and playing third base is Larry Parrish. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Dave McNally. For the Cardinals, leading off, playing left field, is Lou Brock. Batting second, playing second base, is Ted Sizemore. Hitting third, the center fielder, Bake McBride. Batting cleanup, playing right field, is Reggie Smith. Hitting cleanup, the catcher, Ted Simmons. Batting sixth, first baseman, Keith Hernandez. Hitting seventh, third baseman, Ken Reitz. Hitting eighth and starting at shortstop is Ed Brickman. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Bob Gibson. Defense behind Gibson from left to right in the outfield, Brock, McBride, and Smith. Infield from third to first, it's Reitz, Brinkman, Sizemore, and Hernandez, with Simmons behind the plate. Let's see if I can pull myself up here on the screen so I can see if there's any chat. All right. I got to turn my volume down so I'm not listening to myself. Okay. So we're ready to go. I don't know how well the dice are going to show up here. There's not a lot of light. I got two lights on behind me. I could turn one on kind of out in front of me, but that thing's kind of bright and gets in my eyes. I suppose I could open the blinds a little bit. It looks like it's not too bad on the TV, though. Tony Scott leading off. A 3-7. And the delivery. Ground ball right side. Second baseman Sizemore has it over to Hernandez. One away. Here's Foley. 111. Split roll. Pitch by Gibson. And a base hit up the middle for Foley. And so the Expos have a base runner early on with only one out. They hold Foley best they can. And it's good enough because he's not going anywhere. Pepe Mangel. Oh, all sixes. Like Rob gets those double zeros, I seem to get 3 6s a lot. Chance of an injury to Gibson. Grounder to first. Gibson seems to be okay. Foley advances to second base, 2 out. And here's Jorgensen. 4-8. The pitch by Gibson. And he walks him. 2 on for Barry Foote. Only batted 194 that season. 111. And the pitch. Pop up on the left side. Shortstop Brinkman calls for it, and he makes the grab. No runs, a hit, 0 errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first. McNally on the mound. Defense behind him from left to right in the outfield. Scott, Mangel, and Carter. Infield from third to first. Parrish, Foley, McKinnon and Jorgensen with a foot behind the plate. I always want to pronounce the second baseman's name Mackinnon, but I think it's McKinnon. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. Brock, Sizemore, and McBride due up. Brock gets a 4-7 roll. There's a split on that. And that is a 19. Base hit for Lou Brock. Speed aboard. With Sizemore coming up. My coffee's down there making some noise. All right. Ted Sizemore. 4-6. Another split. The pitch. Ground ball sharply hit by Foley. It gets into the gap in left center field. Brock is going to try to score on it. They are going to let him, and they hold Sizemore with a double. They didn't want him to get to third, so Sizemore has an RBI. 1 run in with a runner in scoring position for Bake McBride. He batted .300 that season. Cardinals with an early lead. 3-4. And the delivery by the lefty McNally. Ground ball to the right side. Jorgensen has a very good glove there. Takes it to first. 1 away. Sizemore now at third with 1 out. Infield will come in against Reggie Smith. He's a pretty good hitter as well. It's .302 average. Walked more than he struck out. 63 walks versus 59 strikeouts. 5-8. And this is an X chart roll. Check the defense. And it's a ground ball to the right side. And there's an error on McKinnon. He tried to throw it over there. The throw was kind of late, so they're going to give a single. But then an error allows Smith to go to second as the run comes in. An RBI for Smith. E4 on McKinnon. 2 runs in. Still only 1 out. And Ted Simmons is at the plate. Not a good start at all for McNally. 3-9. And he walks Simmons. Runners on first and second now with 1 out. Keith Hernandez is coming up. And that brings up Hernandez. Sorry, I just had a text message I replied to. Oh, and then it was I was talking there, and it was trying to enter the text for that. Let me get out of there so it doesn't keep doing that. Hernandez. 4-7. And boy, the Cardinals just keep on rolling here against McNally. The pitch. Lined into right field, a base hit. And they are going to let the bases stay loaded since there's 1 out. He could have tried to score, but with only 1 out, and they're hitting McNally pretty hard. Bases stay loaded. Reed's coming up. He hit 269 that year, which I think for him was probably a pretty good batting average. I know he was a good glove. 2-6. And the pitch. Grounder to the shortstop Foley. On to McKinnon. On to Jorgensen, 6-4-3. Double play to end the first inning. Carter, McKinnon, and Parrish due up against Gibson. It was 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error with a couple men left for the Cardinals in the bottom of the first. Carter hit 270 that season with 17 home runs. Yeah, that was impressive, wasn't it, Hannah? Yeah, just keep giving me the breakdown there. Let's see. Split roll. Actually, this is an X chart roll on the first baseman for the Cardinals. That is Hernandez. Ground ball to the right side. And now he does what McKinnon did in the bottom of the first. The flip to Gibson was late. It gets away. It was a bad toss by Hernandez. They'll charge him with an error, E3 there. Carter ends up at second with nobody out. So a single with an E3, a runner on second for McKinnon. 3-4. Corners in, ground ball. Brinkman up with it. Holds Carter, toss to Hernandez. 1 away. And here is Larry Parrish. 4-4. The delivery, fly ball to right. Smith camping under it, makes the grab. Let's see if Carter's going to try to get to third. He decides to stay right where he is. And here's McNally. Oh, seemed like he's got a really good chance on his card to get a walk. 6-8. Pitch by Gibson. Strikes him out looking. That's the first strikeout of this ball game. So we're going into the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Cardinals. Brinkman, Gibson, and Brock. 2-7. And the lefty delivers. Base hit up the middle. Brinkman with a leadoff single. Brings up Gibson. Corner's playing in, and it's going to be a bunt attempt here for Gibson. Yeah, I guess he was early in his career, Rob. Here's a bunt. Caught by foot. They played him in the outfield, though, in those first few seasons. I think he was a catcher as well, but I think he started more in the outfield. Brock 1 for 1. Runs scored. And what do we have here? It's one that gets away. A wild pitch for McNally. Brinkman trots into second. Now in scoring position with 1 out. Brock again. He's 1 for 1. Already has scored a run. 1-5. McNally pitches and strikes him out. 2 down for Sizemore, who doubled earlier, driving in Brock. 1-9. Fly ball to left. Scott makes the grab, and that ends the second. Cardinals get a hit, who advanced a second on an error, but was stranded right there. We go to the third, 2-0 Redbirds. Scott, Foley, and Mengel. Scott 0 for 1. The pitch. Grounder to Sizemore. Toss to Hernandez. 1 away. Here's Foley, 1 for 1. Hey, Michael. 3-8 roll. And the pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Brinkman up with it at short. Toss across the diamond to Hernandez. 2 away from Engel. 4-8. And the pitch by Gibson. Ball 4 to Mengel. See, Mengel looks like he's a good base runner. And he's not going to challenge, though. Here again is Jorgensen. He has a walk. Gibson delivers, fly ball to right. Smith will make the play. Going to the bottom of the third, it's 2-0 Cardinals. It'll be McBride, Smith, and Simmons 2 up. McBride 0 for 1. Ed Brinkman, yeah, he was a good fielder, poor hitter. He does have a hit in this game already, though. And in fact, I was thinking about that, Michael, when that happened. I thought, he's not really a guy that was known for his bat, but he did have a good glove. And I remember him being with the Senators. All right, we got a feline review here. I don't know if you can, you can see her. She's checking things out, making sure everything's on the up and up. 4-4. So far, she hasn't given me any violations. X chart. I'm having to look around her here. Hey, what are you doing? Popped up into foul ground, and Barry Foot settles under it. There's 1 away. I think she's checking the dice out too. I don't think she trusts that they're I don't know, maybe she thinks they're loaded or something. 2-7. Some around here is loaded. I give you some catnip, you'll be loaded. Base hit up the middle. Hey, it's hit number 6 for the Cardinals already. Brings up Simmons. 4-4. Ooh, X chart for the catcher Barry Foot again. Can't see that button there. And a wild pitch gets by Barry Foot. You're making me read the text here, Hannah. How are you still here, by the way? Here's Simmons, still at the plate. 3-8. Ground ball left side. Parrish up with it. Toss to first. 2 down. Dump. Hernandez. Another X chart for Berryfoot. That's the third one this inning. And popped up back behind the plate. Caught for the third out. We'll go to the middle innings. Cardinals 2, Expos nothing. I don't know if she's going to take a nap or not. I don't want her to do it right here. There's not a lot of room. She's sitting up, sitting down, I guess I should say. Got her front paws down there. Her head's kind of about camera level. .211. Ground ball to Sizemore over to first. In time, but Berryfoot leaves the game with an injury. And so that'll bring up Carter, I guess. Is it Carter? Yeah, Carter's 1 for 1. 3-5. I have the injury set, so it's just the remainder of the current game because I'm using actual lineups. Pitch by Gibson. Strikes him out. 2 down. Second strikeout today for Gibson. Brings up Larry Parrish. Yeah, injured foot for foot. It said he would have been injured for 6 games if I didn't have the auto lineups on. So we get a walk to McCannon. I'm having a hard time finding my cursor now. Oh, there it is. So he'll try to get a lead. Nah, down by 2. Nah. 4-7. Ooh, ball 4 to Parrish. Runner in scoring position now for McNally. Well, McNally settled down the last couple innings, so he's going to stay in. 1-6. Pitch by Gibson. Line drive, but Brinkman makes the grab it short. So the Expos got a runner in scoring position, but did not bring him in. So now I got to find who's going to be the catcher. It could be Carter. If that's the case, I got to find my right fielder. Let's see here. They could put Morales in. Let's see, Bombo Rivera. He's bad in the outfield. Jerry White. And he gets on base, doesn't play a lot. Scanlon, Jerry Morales, and Larry Bittner. Okay, so Larry Bittner is going to come in. He's going to play right field. And Carter shifts to behind the plate. Reed, Sprinkman, and Gibson. Reeds, 311. Fly ball to right. And that's an out. Here's Brinkman. 410. The pitch. Strikes him out. 2 down for Gibson. 1-6. The pitch. Fly the ball to right field. Bittner is there. Makes the grab. We'll go to the 5th inning. 2-0 Cardinals. Most of the hitting was in that first inning or two. Scott, Foley, and Mangel will do up. 6-6. Split roll. And there's a base hit up the middle for Tony Scott. Foley at the plate. He's going to bunt. Lays it down. Foul ball. Or no. No. He's got a chance to beat it out. But doesn't. But it is a successful sacrifice. Into second is Scott with 1 out for Mangel. 4-6. And a delivery, and it gets away from Simmons. A wild pitch by Gibson. Scott now at third. Rainy morning here. I can hear it out there. Steady rain, not real hard. Five, 8. Michael, what kind of weather have you had? Probably pretty nasty there, huh? And another wild pitch for Gibson. Back to back. Scott comes in to score. It's 2-1. First run of the year for Montreal. Base is empty for Mangel. Reroll. 3-5. And a pitch and ball for Gibson. Apparently, it's gotten a little wild. A couple wild pitches, and then he walks the man. Jorgensen coming up. And he's going to try to steal. And he is in there. Stolen base for Mangel. Hey, Hannah. Stop it. Runners just keep moving about without any hits. 510. X chart for Brinkman. 11. She's trying to find something to get into here to agitate me. You stop it. Oh, ball left side, Brinkman. Yeah, get down. Mangel got a good jump and gets past Brinkman. Brinkman had to play kind of deep on that one. So Mangel gets to third. There's 2 out for Bittner. And the pitch. Strikes him out. 3 strikeouts for Gibson. Bottom of the 5th. A run, a hit. I know there was a couple wild pitches in that inning. And a sacrifice bunt. Top of the order for the Cardinals, Brock, Sizemore, McBride. Split roll. Liner to the shortstop, Foley. 1 away. Sizemore 1 for 2. 1-7. Grounder to Foley. Over to first. 2 down. Here's McBride. 0 for 2. Split roll. Lefty delivers. Fly ball to right. Bittner drifting back a little bit. Makes the catch. You're back already. Hey. Yeah, you've been up here enough. Carter, McCannon, and Parrish. Carter 1 for 2. 1-8. Grounder to Brinkman. Over to first. 1 away. Here's McCannon. And the pitch popped up on the left side. And the third baseman, Reitz, gets underneath that one for an easy out. 2 away for Larry Parrish. 0 for 1 plus a walk. 5-6. The pitch. Fly ball left field. Brock under it. Makes the grab. We will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1. St. Louis leads. Smith, Simmons, and Hernandez. Smith is 2 for 2. Split roll. Lefty delivers, and Smith hits one in the gap in left center field. Neither Scott nor Mangel will make the catch, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Smith has good speed, and he is going to take advantage of that, getting all the way to third with a leadoff triple. The infield will come in against Simmons. Simmons is walked and grounded out. Infield playing in here. Split roll. Fly ball to left. Scott looks for it, makes the grab. Smith will tag. He's going to come in and score, and the Cardinals have their 2-run lead back. It's 3-1. Sack fly for Ted Simmons. With 1 out and the base is empty, it's Keith Hernandez. 1-5. Split roll. And Hernandez hits one sharply on the ground between Jorgensen and McCannon. Bittner to get it back in. Hernandez has a single. For Ken Reitz. Reitz 0 for 2. All fours. No, that wasn't a call for you, Hannah. Liner to McCannon. Makes the grab. Hernandez stays at first. Brinkman 1 for 2. 2 down. 1-7. And the pitch. Popped up on the left side. Parrish makes the grab. Cardinals get a run. Up by 2. We go to the top of the 7th. Both starters still in the game. Until now, because the Expos are going to a pinch hitter for McNally. Let's see, Morales. Scanlon. Jerry White. Might be an option. Frias. Breeden. Rivera. And Lentz. Larry Lentz. Oh, here's a visitor again. How about that? Hannah, I know you're going to yell. Down. Jerry White in a pinch hit here for McNally. Two 8. And the pitch. Liner sharply to Brinkman at short. 1 out. Here's Scott. 1 for 3. 3-4. And the pitch. Struck him out. Number 4 for Gibson. Foley. I don't think Foley was ever known for his bat either. 2 out, nobody on. He'll go ahead and hit here. 4-9. Pitch, base hit into left. So good speed at first base here. Mangel has walked each of the last 2 times to the plate. Four, 7. And he walks him again. Okay. We'll bring up Jorgensen. Cardinals are going to go to the bullpen now. Let's see, who do we want? Might be a little early for the Mad Hungarian. Tommy Moore. Elias Sosa. Ray Sadecki. Yeah, Ray Sadecki. And I think I'll do a double switch. Let me go back in here. Ray Sadecki. Let's see, Brinkman. Do I have another good shortstop? Tyson isn't too bad over there. Do I want Tyson over there? Do I want Tyson over there? Yeah, that's going to be it. Mike Tyson, not the boxer. Going to play it short. And Ray Sadecki coming in the number 8 spot. That's a double switch here. And he inherits Foley at second and Mangel at first. With 2 out. 3-11. Grounder to Hernandez ends the top of the 7th. Bottom of the inning. And let's see, is White going to stay in? I think he will. Yeah, he's going to stay in and play center field. Let's see, Tyson, Brock, Sizemore. Might be a lefty if they have somebody good there. No, that's not an option. DeMola. They have Don DeMola. Dale Murray. Steve Arenco. Chuck Taylor. And John Montague. And it's going to be Taylor. Clean this trackball off a little bit. It's sticking still. All right. Mike Tyson. 6'5". Pitch by Taylor. Fly ball center field. White makes the grab. Brock 1 for 3. A run scored. 3-5. And a Ground ball left side to Parrish over the first. I've been giving you attention all morning. Sizemore 1 for 3 with a double. 1-5. I don't need any more Caddis Interruptus. Grounder to Foley over to first, and that ends the bottom of the 7th. Expos have 6 more outs to work with. Bittner, Carter, and McCannon due up against Sadecki. Here she comes again. 5-9. You are so persistent. Hey. Yeah, I know. You don't want to be down there, but you're going to be down there. Carter, 1 for 3. 4-7. Carter, base hit into left. He's 2 for 4. A 1-out single. Yeah. That cat likes her camera time, I guess. McCannon, 0 for 2 with a walk. Let's see. Against a left-handed pitcher. He's got some power, so I think I'm going to leave him in there because they need 2 runs. 3-7. He only hit air with that power. Struck him out. Parrish 0 for 2 with a walk. Five. The pitch by Sadecki. Ball 4 to Parrish. And it brings up White 0 for 1. Five, 8. X chart. Uh-oh. That's not good for Sadecki. Ground ball to the right side, and it's a base hit. A run is going to score. Parrish goes from first to third, and White has an RBI. So runners on the corners, 2 out for the leadoff hitter, Tony Scott, who is not a good hitter. So they might be bringing in a pinch hitter here. Morales, Scanlon, Frias, Breeden, Bombo Rivera, and Lintz. It's going to be Morales. Morales is going to pinch hit here. And again, against lefties and righties. Sadecki. 28. Is this the time to bring in? Yeah. Hrabowski. What, Anna? What? What do you want? She's jumping off the wall in there, literally. She's jumping off the walls. Al Hrabowski coming in. Try to wrap things up here. Against Morales. 22 saves that season, an ERA of 1.67. The pitch. Grounder to Tyson. And force out, or it's actually he throws across to first. Expos get a run, or within a run. Yeah, now I got to decide what I'm going to do with Morales. The pitcher spot coming up. He's going to stay in, though. Right field. Center field. Morales will stay in and play left. And we'll hope nobody hits one out there to him. McBride, 0 for 3. Well, yeah, you probably didn't get a lot of sleep last night, Rob. 6-5. Fly ball to White. One away. Here's Smith, 3 for 3. 2 singles and a triple. 2-6. And a pitch. Ball 4. Yeah, that's not a lot, Rob. Simmons. 5-5. But then you're driving, too. I don't know if that tires you. Strikes out Simmons. 2 down. Here is Hernandez, 2 for 3. $3-9. And you did it 2 days in a row. You were on the road. Grounder to Jorgensen. At first, that ends it. So then we go to the ends the 8th. That is top of the 9th. Foley due up. Last chance for Montreal, but this is the 3rd straight close game I've had. So I'm not gonna. I mean that's good. I'm lucky. I'm surprised I didn't have 3 blowouts or something to start presenting this stuff with. All right, Bombo Rivera. Let's see. Is he going to come up and pinch in here? No. No. Foley 2 for 3. I mean, that wouldn't be right to pinch hit for him. He's doing pretty well in the game. 2-7. His card isn't the best, but a manager I don't think would pull in. Fly ball center field. And now we will pinch hit for Taylor. 2 outs to go for the Cardinals. Coming up is Bombo Rivera, who on his own card, if he gets on, it's going to be a walk, most likely. $110. Will the Hungarian hold him off here? Fly ball to right. Smith makes the catch, and the Cardinals are 1 out away from an opening day victory. Mike Jorgensen coming up. Jorgensen has walked, otherwise 0 for 3. 4-8. The pitch. And Hrabowski strikes him out, and that ends the ball game. The Cardinals, a 3-2 winner. Here at home, they out-hit the Expos 8-6. 1 error apiece. Cardinals 1-0. And the Expos are obviously 0-1. So that ends the game, and I am going to stop sharing, and I'll invite at least Dave, Rob, and Michael, if he's still around. The Expos playing bad fire their manager. No. Hey, Dave. Let's see. Stop screen. Does that send it back to me? It does. Hope those who stuck around enjoyed that. And let me get a couple invites sent out here. Copy. Do I even have my email pulled up? I thought I did, but I guess not. There. Just a click or two away. Let me see. Michael Peterson, Rob, Tim, Alan Harris, Bob, Rob. Is that the wrong Rob? I don't know. Where's Kinsler? Oh, that was RJL. RWK. Where in the world are you, Rob? Oh, I already got you in there. That's why. Okay, we'll start with this. It's coming in a moment. Yeah, why it does that. All right. Invite sent out to some of you there. Sent about 6. Hopefully I'll see some of you in a moment. Close this. Yeah, I hope some people can get some enjoyment. I think there's some interest in the 75 season. It might be a broader project than a lot of people really care to see, but I like playing all the games. Probably the reason I get a lot of seasons started and not a lot of them completed. But if I'm doing it live and have an audience, I think that gets me committed into doing it. Let's hope so. Let's see. Rob is trying to come in, but it says not connected yet. Here we go. Well,
what's up?
Morning, Rob. How you doing? You say you're a little tired. Now, were you poking fun at me for not going very fast there down the stretch, or were you?
No. You're doing all right.
I like to make sure I make some smart moves based on what I'm seeing on the cards and stuff, and try to familiarize myself with the rosters, especially early, because you could be playing a season, you'll get kind of familiar with the rosters, but then if you're playing with another one, and I've messed around with 75 in the past. You're muted, Rob. Okay, But then you kind of forget who had the good seasons. I was surprised that game was as low scoring as it was after looking at the cards for McNally and for Gibson. But Gibson seemed like the old Gibson outside of not really getting a lot of strikeouts there. And McNally, I remember one thing Tim told me the other day was he was a pretty good hitting pitcher, and it looks like based on his card from that year that he was pretty good.
Yeah, I wasn't aware Gibson was still pitching in 75.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. That was for both McNally and Gibson, the guys that started that game. That was their last year.
Yeah, McNally, his first year was at 62, 61. Didn't he pitch a long damn time?
I don't know. It might even been earlier than that.
Yeah, I don't think he started in the 50s, but but Gibson.
The Orioles were pretty good in 1960, but I don't know if he was a part of this.
Gibson started in the 50s, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think he was really. I don't think he hit his
prime
his dominant years until
63.
Yeah, I guess around when Koufax started dominating, he kind of did the same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Messy day. Yeah, it's raining out there. I think it's supposed to rain a lot from now until Wednesday or Thursday. What's it like there, Rob? I hear you.
Pouring down rain. Me and you were talking earlier. It was raining the whole time. Then.
Oh, you got real loud and kind of sounds kind of staticky or something.
All right. How about now?
Oh, hey, we got word. Alan.
Hey guys.
Thanks for coming in.
I think either Rob wants to ask a question or he wants to go to the loo.
Well, he's muted again. He's having some audio issues.
Best way.
It seems like he's either can't hear him or he's too loud or it sounds kind of like he's in a tunnel or something.
I can't get these to work for me.
You might need a new headset. You got a muffin there, Alan?
It's a Tunnocks tea cake.
A tea cake?
Yeah, it's a marshmallow with chocolate and a biscuit on the bottom.
Oh, okay. Now, when you call a biscuit, is that what we'd call like a cookie?
No, it's
Rob, you're having all kinds of problems this morning. So, let's see. It's a
biscuit base with marshmallow in the center and then just dipped in chocolate.
Oh, okay. So you're a little after 5 your time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna watch the games today?
I am.
Okay. That'll keep you up a little late, but
yeah.
Do you have anything you got to do early in the morning?
Yeah, work.
Work. Yeah.
Okay, you'll sleep through the game.
Oh, hey, just be quiet.
Hey, Joe.
Hi.
How are you?
You'll be asleep during the second game.
You're going to come and show me your pajamas if you're going to start playing that game with me, dear.
No.
Keep nudging him.
Yeah, I'll wake him up at the end of the game.
Tell him all he missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be better if it were the other way around because it's the Bengals game I want to watch.
So you might kind of nap during the first one?
Might kind of nap during both of them.
Oh. Well,
what's he got here? A
Danish.
Hostess like Danish.
Apple cinnamon. I don't think I've seen their Danishes before.
Looks like a Twinkie with icing on. I used to love Twinkies.
You get your audio figured out? Because we don't hear you. We don't hear a thing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Dave, did you get an in? I sent you one. Let me see if I can. I'll send another one.
Now. How about now?
That's better.
It's better.
All right. Hold on. I might
It's
be able
not
to-
great though. There's some kind of noise or something.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a bit of feedback.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good so far.
All right.
I'm just sending Dave another invite here. See if this one works better.
How about that? How about
Yeah,
that?
that's good.
All right.
That's fine. Where is Darlene taking a nap?
She's not laying down. Yeah. I don't know if she's asleep. She's laying down. Yeah. She
I
stayed
sent
up the
another
whole
invite.
ride. Yeah, she stayed up on the ride home, so she was a trooper. This damn thing looks good. I got it last night. Almost found some chili good as mine, dude. Last night I ate. Oh man, it was good.
Oh, I don't know. Did I send you an invite, Larry?
You didn't mention Larry's name.
Yeah, I meant to send one, but I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah.
Let me send one if I didn't. I
All right. Sound all right now? It says.
probably forgot. No, I didn't.
Eat some Mentos, man. I love those damn
Sorry,
things.
Larry.
They're good. I like eating them.
All right, Larry, you got one now.
So, word, who you hope wins the first game?
And I don't think we ever got a prediction from you on either one. But
I'm trying to think. Of it. It's San Francisco.
What's your prediction score?
Who's they playing? San
San
Francisco.
Francisco's playing the Eagles, dude.
oh, okay, Larry.
Yeah.
You
I think
can
it's
just
going to be
ignore it
Frisco.
then.
You like San Francisco in that game?
Eagles.
What's the score? What score you got?
What's the spread?
2.5.
2 Niners.
2.5 points.
To who?
The Eagles. I think.
Eagles are favorite. Eagles are favorite.
All right. And what's the score?
1
Over
point.
under?
1 point. Chiefs are favorite.
No. I think he's over under. He wants for the Eagles.
Over under, yeah.
Oh, the over under on the other one.
For Eagles 49ers.
I'm going to go
47,
49ers.
47 and a hook, I believe. Let me look. Might not be that much.
There's Dave.
I want to say 47 and a hook, yo, bro.
Guys,
Give me a minute.
Hey, Dave.
how you doing?
You kind of expected, Alan, that he'd be a little more prepared for this if he's going to ask you a question.
45 and a hook, Alan.
I think the Niners will win it. $35-26.
Wow.
All
I think
right.
it's going to be a low-scoring game myself, but
And then the Bengals and Chiefs.
And it's 1 point Chiefs, is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with the Bengals. And I'm going to go. I think it's going to be quite close. 27-24.
All right. Yeah, I actually got that going. I actually got the night game going higher scoring than the day game.
yeah, I mean, both those teams have good defenses.
What you talking about? The Eagles and the
Yeah, the
49ers?
49ers.
Yeah. But I think Eagles can put 30 on the Niners, but I don't think the Niners can put 30 on them.
Well,
Have you watched?
Yeah, I
Have you
agree.
watched my NFC 1990 Eagles and Giants? Yeah.
Just a couple minutes of it. That's all it's taking, though. Shit, man. 6-6 turned into 22-6 in 2
Yeah.
minutes. I'll watch the rest of it in a few minutes.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it ain't over with yet though. I ain't watched all of it.
No,
So.
I'm not telling you what the score is. I mean, you might be
Yeah.
surprised.
I got you.
On the other hand, you might know. You never know.
Mm-hmm. How's Joe doing?
She's fine. She's fine.
She was
Good,
just
good,
she was just there
good.
talking a little bit. What is that you got up against the wall? A mattress?
Mattress, yeah. I've been decorating the back bedroom.
Do you just kind of lean up against it or something with your
I
arms
guess that's the way he
crossed?
sleeps. Is that the way he sleeps?
You sleep
Like
standing up?
Lawrence. Like Lawrence. Sleeps like Lawrence, lays against the bed.
Mm.
Yeah,
Right.
I've been painting the room today. So
Damn thing's good.
So
Sounds like it.
So do y'all get those memory foam mattresses over there, Alan?
yeah, this is a memory foam one.
Yeah.
Rob, thanks for those trucks the other day. They're really.
Oh, no problem.
Nice.
Have you looked it over? Or have you printed it out yet?
No, I haven't printed it out yet, but I will get to. I'll be doing that.
Yeah, I got you. No problem. Not a
I
problem.
don't have a printer myself, so I have the neighbor print it off for me.
Oh,
I gotta
got
get
you.
my own printer. I don't have my own printer right now.
Yeah.
Can you
I got a
imagine
real
me
old
trying
one.
to? Can you imagine me trying to play a one of those red, white, and blue games with my visitor that keeps coming up here?
Well, you got two of them. But one.
Hannah, what's your name of your cat? Hannah?
Yeah, I
What's
got
the name of
two,
your
but
cat?
the one
Oh, you got
doesn't
two?
make appearances very often.
Oh yeah, I see the one fluffy one, the tiger cat type kitty.
Yeah, they're both tabbies. They're
Tabbies, yeah.
yeah.
So I've
Anna and Abby.
currently got Bengals and Pittsburgh on my table at the moment. The other AFC wildcard.
Oh, okay.
No.
Who you got? Washington going to face the first round.
Well, it all depends
Okay.
because
If the Giants win,
well, it's actually a question of the other game is the Saints at San Francisco.
all
So
right.
if San Francisco win, they will play the Redskins because they're the lower seed. And so the winner of the Giants and the Eagles will play Chicago.
Unless the Saints win.
Unless the Saints win, in which case they will then play Chicago. And the winner of the Giants and Eagles will play the Redskins. The Redskins.
Yeah. Well, that's what they were back then.
That
should be
that
today.
proper Washington football team.
I know.
Washington football nonsense.
Bloody commanders.
The Washington Football Nonsense League. Yeah.
Established 2022. That's the thing that annoys me more than anything else. They try and claim the Redskins history.
Yeah.
You change the name, you change your team.
Yeah. It wasn't really the team that wanted to change the name, but it was, this political correct stuff that pushed it.
Garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, what they're going to do about Kansas City Chiefs? They're doing all this stuff and all sorts, and they just don't give a shit, really, do they?
Atlanta Braves.
Yeah,
the Chiefs
come over here and change the Chiefs name to something.
The Chiefs got some kind of charter where they don't have to. They got out of it somehow with some kind of Indian poll back in the day, so they don't have to change their name. See, that's what I heard.
But that was the same with the Redskins, wasn't it? I
thought so too. But
yeah,
no.
the Redskins are established as an honor, I think, to somebody in the Native Americans.
I think so too. Yeah.
Some white dude with nobody.
I think it was because some players were Native Americans or something back in the day.
Yeah.
It's some white woman or white guy sat in an office somewhere thinking.
I don't want to get false history, but it seems like there was something to do with some players that in the organization that were Native Americans.
Everybody's offended by it. Yeah, don't watch the bloody
And the
game.
same thing with the Indians. They changed the Indians to the Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at first it was just the logo they didn't like. They thought that was insulting, something with the teeth or Chief Wahoo.
But I like Chief Wahoo.
Nonsense, mate. Nonsense.
Yeah, silly nonsense. It really is.
People are just too eager to be offended by
If
something.
it offends you, don't watch it.
Well,
You know, we've had somebody in the community who had somebody that was kind of bothering them on their video here recently, and it wasn't really intended harassment, but it was kind of going in there and telling them how to do things, or like they didn't like the way something was set up, or do that type of thing. And it's just like, why do you do that? Why you go to somebody's channel and tell them that they need to do something to satisfy you?
no, it's not right. I would never do. I would
Just let them be. That's the way I am with mine. If you
no.
don't like something, I don't mind some information if it's helpful to everybody. But it's
It's just.
I'm not really worried about how many people are watching it or liking it and stuff like that. I do it more for me than anything. I mean,
Yeah, it's fun,
and if you want to ride along, welcome to it.
Right.
If you don't, no hard feelings. I don't. It's all right. I think Rob's kind of the same way.
Oh, Rob just don't give a fuck.
I know.
I could literally get
Rob.
viewers. I still.
Yeah, I've pissed people off in the past, and Rob Rob's reached a point now. Rob does what he can do for the community to help and try to do good.
Right.
Yeah.
But the people that don't like me,
if you can be happy with who you are as a person,
yeah.
A bit like me then, Rob. When somebody gets offended, I always say to them, "Oh, I know the mistake you're making. You're thinking,
yeah.
You're mistaking me for somebody who gives a shit."
Well,
that's right.
What I'll tell people is, you can either get over it or don't. That's your problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
It's not going to be my problem. It's going to be your problem.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh, the other one is go off, and when you get there, go off some more.
And just do it. They can do whatever they want, but I'm not going to worry about it.
I wonder where Tim is today. I wonder if he's all right.
Wonder who?
Tim.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Cleveland fan. Yeah. Usually on here.
He was on last night when I was on here for a while. You were with us, weren't you, Dave, for a little bit?
I was on here yesterday, with you.
Yeah.
Last night too, I think,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it was just one time, but yeah.
Yeah. I think it was just one time it was on, yeah. I think it was yesterday afternoon or something.
Oh, did anybody see LeBron James show his ass last night? Oh, all right. What happens? 105 to 105. He drives. The guy hits him on the arm, taps him on the arm. And I mean, he's a foot away from a basket, lays the ball off his backboard and goes off the rim, and they don't call a foul. His son of a bitch, he goes fucking ape shit, crazy nuts. He goes absolutely mad. They should have given him a technical right there.
They didn't.
They didn't. And he's slapping the floor and all this bullshit. I mean, he's going crazy.
He got one.
No. He walked off his floor.
No, he would have got one.
Then they said once they said overtime, 5 minutes. Patrick Beverly comes out there with a camera and shows it to the official and does like this. Well, as soon as he does that, then they light him up with a technical. And
LeBron James went nuts
for bringing the camera out there. He was actually had balls enough to show the official the replay on a camera.
And he got the technical.
And he got a technical. They finished playing in 5 minutes out. Boston wins by 4 points. I loved it. I loved it.
At least Boston won.
Well, at least the Lakers lost. I didn't give a shit who the hell beats them. I don't care. Any of
Well,
them.
that's what I mean. I just
I like the Lakers, but I can't do it.
no, I can't stand the Lakers.
You
think
hey,
so?
like old LeBron.
Oh, I can't stand them.
The Lakers, even though I don't really follow basketball, are probably my least favorite sports franchise in all of sports.
Yeah, they.
For one thing, they just it seems like they always got the best player, and they'll just go out and buy them.
And then they think you're supposed to
Then
get
those LA fans out there think that they're like the something special.
And he probably was fouled, but
like the Yankees or something.
Oh, what were the game I was watching this
Yankees don't
morning?
bother me so much,
but I'm just like his. When did it come across that you're supposed to be the one and only there? That once in a while, they actually expect you to play the game. Not we're gonna hand you the game.
I saw a really good call.
Right.
It was the second game on TV over here yesterday night. Brooklyn game.
Oh, against the Knicks.
Yeah, and I think it was Brooklyn. This player drove into the key, and first time I saw it, I couldn't believe that the referees didn't call a foul because the guy drove in, and this I think it must have been a Brooklyn player driving in. So the Knicks player just flattened him, and not a whistle inside. And then I saw the replay, and it was a great call. There was a Brooklyn player behind him, and he pushed him, and he hit the guy with the ball. And the referees just let it go. I mean, it should have been a foul against the Brooklyn player, but
might have been Kyrie Irving.
they had a woman. They had a woman official. She was excellent.
Yeah, she does well. Yep, they got a couple in the NFL. A whole lot better than Jerome Boger.
Oh, God, yes.
Jerome Boger is terrible.
They've got the Hispanic one, haven't they? And then they've got the thin blonde girl.
Right. They're both line judges.
Both good officials.
Yeah. They do the job. They do their job. That's all they have. That's
all we ask.
Yeah. But Jerome Boger, he's sitting at home now for the rest of the year. He's awful. He is terrible. Absolutely.
Who is Jerome Boger? I'm getting lost.
Jerome Boger, he is he's a referee for the NFL.
A referee, okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah. And he has no clue of the rules. And he can't see. I believe the son of a bitch is blind.
Actually, they had an NFL.
It figures they'd have him out there, huh?
Referees quiz on Facebook last week, and I did it, and I still got 45 out of 46 signals.
Really?
Yeah, still remember them. There was only one signal I didn't get, and I've never seen it before. It's not an NCAA signal.
Show me what the signal looks like.
Oh, I can't remember what it was.
Oh, okay.
But it's some weird signal. I've never seen it before.
But I still say that should be a career-setting job. They should not be able to be lawyers and all this shit during the week. This should be a 12-month, 7-day-a-week job, and pay them right, pay them good.
Yeah.
And then, but guess what? If enough of the players and enough of the coaches bitch about them, cut them loose.
No, the problem with that is you can have the best official in the country cut loose because some team don't like him.
No, I'll tell you what though. The thing is, most teams.
When I was in St. Louis,
in
St. Louis, I only ever did one varsity high school game, and it was out at Potosi, and they play federation rules. And in that game, they had a holding on a punt, and the referee gave it to the team. It was an offensive holding, so he gave the ball to the defense because they were playing post scrummage kick enforcement.
Okay.
And so I called him over and said, "No, we're playing federation. It's 10 yards, and you give it back to the offense."
Mm-hmm.
So we had to reset, and then I had a defensive holding on a play. The guy ran around the corner, and his front and the lead blocker were with him, and the guy just grabbed him. The defensive guy grabbed him, pulled him to the ground, and the other defensive guy came back and hit him. Same team. And I got marked out of 5, and I got a 1.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, the other one we had, he got blocked in one of the punts. The kicking team, the defensive player got blocked by an offensive player, and he touched the ball. Offense recovered the ball, and they're all going, "Oh, it's our ball, it's our ball." And I'm going, "Well, no, it's not. It's theirs because you don't count it." I got a 1. I got 3 calls correct. The other officials, none of them got it, and I got a 1.
Yeah.
And that's the trouble. You see, if you've got a team that decide you're against them, then they're going to mark you down. Because I was marked by the coaches. I got a 4 off one coach and a 1 off the other.
Wow.
And I'll leave you to work out which coach were which.
Yeah.
Because they don't care about the rules being wrong.
What's the weather like over there?
It's warming up a little bit. It's not so bad. It's dry, which is the main thing.
Hi, Tim.
What's up, Tim? It's in the 40s here, man. It's chilly here. It really is cool.
Were you sitting there long, Tim? I was looking down.
No, that's okay. No, for a few minutes. Oh, football. Talking about the American football officiating.
Yeah, currently it's 6 degrees here.
Well, let's talk about the basketball officiating last night. That idiot Schroeder, I think it was Dennis Schroeder from the Lakers, bringing a camera on the floor to show the officials. That fucker should be suspended. You don't show up the referee like that. Or at least I hope he gets fined a big amount. He got a technical threat. I'm like,
what's that?
I was just telling him about that. Yeah. Was it a foul? It might have been. He touched his arm. Looked like he touched his arm. It was close. Yeah. But anyway, he let it go 105-105. LeBron throws it fit. To me, it shouldn't even went to overtime. They should. They called the
foul right there and given them a free throw to win the game at the end.
Right. Yeah. It should have ended right there. Yeah. But they let him throw his fit. And it was at least a 30-second fit he threw.
Yeah.
Anybody else, they would have technical fouled him.
Yep, absolutely. Because he didn't throw the ball down or throw the ball. As long as it's not complaining to an official, and you're just throwing a tantrum because you missed.
No, that's not the rule. That's not the rule. You're supposed to behave yourself on court, and slamming the floor and rolling about like a spoilt child is a technical foul.
But
is it really?
As soon as they
I imagine it. You're a grown man.
As soon as they said it's overtime, 1 period, 5 minutes before they even called any players out there, that idiot goes out there and brings that camera out there and shows it to the referee.
Yeah.
And I mean, the ref sees about 2 seconds of that and lights him up. And I'm thinking to myself, you could have done that to LeBron 35 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Let the whole crowd leave, but. I was so glad the Lakers lost. That was the main thing. They lost. So.
And that's the other thing that gets me about sports officials. It doesn't matter what sport it is. It's like, if it happens in the last 2 minutes, then we're not going to call it. What is that crap?
Right.
I know. Right. They want to get things over with.
They're controversial, so their name won't get in the paper.
They're
always worried about time.
You got to hold it in the last minute. It's the same.
The one time I agree with them not calling interference is if it's a Hail Mary and you got 6 receivers down or 5 receivers down there and you got 6 defensive backs and they're all just fighting for it. You can't call interference on that because it's like it's like people trying to fight to get into Walmart to go get groceries. You just got to let them do what they do.
Unless it's completely egregious.
Oh yeah, unless
if you grab somebody and throw him down or something.
Unless you're not even playing the ball, and you're looking toward the fans, not even toward the where the quarterback did, and you got the guy around the waist and you're taking him down, and about a half a second later the ball comes. Yeah, but if all of them's all jumping and grabbing and swinging and all that kind of stuff, I don't have so much problem with it. The main thing is as long as you don't grab the guy trying to catch a ball. If you swing and hit his hands all you want to, I don't have a problem with that. But I'm with Alan. That last 2 minutes, and you got a guy rushing the quarterback, and he's getting tugged like this. He's getting his shirt stretched, and they don't even think about calling an offensive holding. Then that's just wrong. That's
maybe a rule for one of these other leagues like the XFL should be: there's no such thing as pass interference in the end zone.
That'd be nice.
Or how about actually calling the ball has to be catchable?
Yeah,
right.
Like,
at least.
My God.
I know. It's absolutely
ball lands second row in the stands, and they call it.
It should have to be if it's against the offense. If it's a defensive pass interference, the ball has to be catchable.
What's the rule? If the ball's already in the air, then there's more contact allowed or something.
No,
what you've got to work out if the interference happens before the ball gets there, then has he stopped the guy getting to the position where he could have caught the ball? Now
that's what they always take into account.
Yeah. Now, if that ball is there and he hits him, even if he grabs him and hugs him and the ball goes way over his head, that's not.
What they have an issue with is those underthrown balls where the receiver then tries to come back and runs into the defender.
Well, again,
and he's blocked.
If the official thinks he could have got to where the ball was, then it's interference.
Well,
if you think
it's interference to a point. The thing is that the defender has a right to his position. So if he's between the receiver and the ball, he has the right to be there. But the problem is, especially like Keith says, those comeback patterns. You got the guy running right on his sideline, and you got the defensive back most time 2 or 3 yards inside.
Where's he gonna go?
And then all he does is stop and waits for the ball to come to him. It's that kind of deal. Lets the other guy run by. And when he stops, if he goes up there reaching for his face, try to block it,
putting your hands in front of the receiver's face is interference. It always has been.
Yes.
As long if you touch him,
No, if you don't have to touch him. No, you don't have to touch him. If you do this in front of a receiver, in front of his face, that's interference.
I think they've kind of taken that out, though.
Yeah, they have taken that out. You can face wave now. You can do that. But you got to be – they say now, though, you got to be looking back at the quarterback. But, you can do this. You can cover their face now. That's legal. You just can't be touching them. You can't be that on the mask. But you can face whatever they call it now.
Face guard.
Yeah. You can do that. Yeah, but you're not supposed to be beaten by 5 yards. The guy's looking back at the quarterback, and you do like this, and you're not playing the ball. You're just playing him. That's against the rules.
I think I've even seen where a defender doesn't even have to look back anymore as long as they're not touching the receiver.
They don't do it. They don't do much. Yeah. And
the commentators even talk about that, like that they don't really have the face guarding rule anymore.
Yeah, they don't do much to you no more about that.
I mean, there might be some receiver or officials that might call it, but
you don't see it too often. Yeah, that used to be a common call years ago.
I mean, you got to let the defensive players do something.
I agree.
You do. You got to let them play.
I agree with you. If he's running and he turns back and he hooks back and the defender there and he runs into the defender, then to me that's the offense that's interfered.
I agree.
And the other thing is those passes over the middle when the defender has to run and try to jump out and reach out in front of him to knock the ball. Well, he's going to bump him a little bit.
The one thing I hate is a guy that's a wide receiver or a tight end. He goes 5 yards out and then crosses through the middle.
Yeah.
They throw the ball to him. The ball touches him in the hands, and then the defensive back lights him up.
Yeah, I hate that too. Yeah.
They call that hitting a defenseless receiver. But I mean, what the hell is he supposed to do?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what he gets paid to do, especially as
you got to wait for him to catch the ball before you hit him.
But the thing is, dude,
just give up the yards.
once the ball touches his hands, the main thing is if you lead with a shoulder, they get you. If you lead for a head, they get you. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do, but you got to rail them some kind of way. You got to hit them, man. You can't just let them catch a damn ball.
Well, it's like
that's a problem. That's a problem.
You go over the middle, you get hit.
I think a lot of the concussions are coming about because
that might be so. You just quit calling that play.
Yeah,
you just quit calling that play. But if I'm a defensive coordinator, I tell them to light them up like a Christmas tree. Yeah. Hit them when they throw the ball through the middle. You hit their ass. That's what you're taught to do. You don't go for the head, but man, oh man, you know. Number one, try to play the ball. Number two, if you can't get there until after the ball's there, hit them.
Is it right? Joe was talking to me about the Pro Bowl. They're playing flag football, the professionals.
Yes.
Flag football.
Friggin' hell's that?
Flag football. And guess what? It's still $125 a ticket, Alan. Flag football. Last I heard, they had 6,000 seats sold out of 70,000.
I tell you what, we might as well just do a coin toss and say you've won.
Or let them play Apple. Or let them play Apple football. Let them play Apple football on the sideline.
Yeah. Get Strat out and play a game of Strat. And,
Yeah.
Well, did you see when Drew Carey and them tried to do that? They used the PC version, and it was like they didn't even roll their dice. They just kind of, let the computer just sim the whole game. Like, the fuck make them roll the dice?
Yeah,
exactly.
I was like looking forward to it, and then I saw what they were doing. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did you see what the outcome was?
No, I didn't care.
Yeah.
That's any game that's a PC game. Can't do with that. You know, if
I watch some people do this, Madden 23 and Madden 22 and all that shit, and they'll start the two football teams. Whoever's playing today, and just let the computer play at it. I watch that sometimes.
If I've got to watch that,
that's fun.
There's plenty of games.
I do that with a basketball game, the 2K23 basketball game. I let the teams play because I can't. Hell, I'm not good at playing my players and stuff, so I just let the teams play.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, but
if you haven't got these in your hand,
I don't play cards and dice. I'd rather play cards and dice, but I don't. I play OOT baseball because right now I'm in bed and stuff. So I have no, way to. I have to get back out there to my table, and I can't get out there.
As soon as it's like I like watching Sportsman Z when he's doing the strap football, but as soon as I go to one of his videos and it's the computer version, it's straight off. If I want to watch a game, then I'll go and watch a real game. There's plenty on Yahoo. If I want on YouTube, I can watch any year I want. I'm not going to watch somebody playing a computer game because that's just crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which obviously is right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can watch Cardinals dice, but I can't watch somebody playing a computer game. Just don't get it.
At least Keith rolls the dice. He's playing a PC strap, but at least he's rolling the dice.
I know. Yeah. Rolling the dice is good.
But part of the appeal of watching somebody play a card and dice game is that they'll make a mistake and it don't matter. Whereas the computer don't make a mistake. You put the numbers in and it just tells you what's going to happen.
Yeah, it was me. The 30-second start for the McCormick replay. One commenter called me on it, rightly so. I called like it was like a 1 to like he got the hit result, but it should have been automatic. And I'm like, He called me. I was like, human error. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Referees made a mistake. Great. That's what I do with mine. Because I think in one of the games, I think it was the first game that I did, the Oilers and the Dolphins. I made a mistake, and it was like, referees made a mistake. Yeah, carry on.
Yep.
Where do you play strap football? Is that what you're playing?
No, I'm playing second season.
Second season football. Okay,
yeah.
That's what I like. I have that game. It's a great game. It's a great game. I play mine the short way, but I never played the long way. I always played the short way because I do it for like a filler type of thing. For like,
That's my other bugbear. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Please get me a game, and then I need some.
I hear it's a real good game. A long way though. I haven't played it that way yet though.
Are you not subscribed to my channel?
I'm not yet.
You could be subscriber number 200 if you go and do it.
What is your channel's name?
Put your name up. Put your name up there, Alan.
Yeah, put your name up there. I'll go to it. Mine's right here. My channel's right here. King Twan Gaming, not Dave, but King Twan Gaming. Got that for my daughter because she called King Kong King Twan. So I always thought, that's why I got the King Twan. If you were, She said, "Daddy, I want to watch King Twan." I said, "You mean King Kong?"
King Kong. I got a buddy. He passed away. If he was still living, he'd be 80 years old. He used to have a King Kong statue in his yard.
Nice.
Yeah. That's how crazy about King Kong he was. He loved that damn King Kong.
No, it's not letting me put any comments in.
King Kong too, I do.
I got it there, Alan.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
that's your channel right there in that link.
Yeah.
Could I have 3 hot dogs and maybe some of that macaroni stuff? Thank you, dear.
So but all this second season Express nonsense. I'm moving 4 zones.
The Express, and now they have Hardball Express for the History Maker, which I was watching you play that. And I didn't understand that. The second season Express. Reminds me of kind of like fast score football in a way.
Yeah.
The way it's played, it's kind of similar to that, which I like. But
I prefer
the baseball, I didn't like it. I like the win History Maker baseball.
Yeah. Well, how long is it? It takes about 38 minutes for one of my videos on the fourth quarter, and so even if you double that up, or quadruple that up, that's just over 2 hours. But I played the first 3 periods today of this the Cincinnati. The next game.
I'd like to watch those. Those sound really fun.
And that took probably an hour and 20 minutes to get to the end of the third period, because 90% of the time you don't need to know what the ratings are for the players, because it'll say you've made a 5-yard gain, unless you're keeping stats.
Oh yeah.
There's a new fast drive cards coming out today.
Yes, I saw those.
Yep, they're coming out today. They at the bottom, you even got the players who scored and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, they don't cost
get that.
It's
don't get me wrong.
It's free. It's free.
Yeah, I love Keith's games, but I like the games. I don't like this bloody fast. Let's get it over in 10 minutes. Rubbish.
It's understandable. I understand.
It's like the hoops. History Makers hoops. You're playing the game. You don't know what the damn score is.
Yeah.
What kind of a game is that?
The full version is supposed to be coming out.
You done played the whole final. You don't even know who won yet.
Yeah. What is that? All just so that somebody can play a game instead of in an hour and 10 minutes. They can do it in 20. Why?
Right.
I mean, how many basketball games have you been to where you don't know what the score is until the end?
Right.
I'm always on the score trying to figure that out. Yeah, I want to know.
And I'm still. I'll watch the games. I'll watch the games tonight, and I'll look, and I want to see these zones. Where are these zones on the field? There aren't any. So what have you got a game where it says you move 3 zones? What is that? And breathe.
What do you say?
I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
All right. What'd you say, Keith?
That's anything.
I mean, not Keith. What'd you say, Alan?
I said, and breathe. I've had my rant.
Funny shit there.
It just, it's like, I know Paul Govier, he likes these Roberto Chiavini games. You roll the dice and there you are, you got a result.
Yeah.
The fuck's that?
One roll and the game's over.
Yeah, what's
one roll and it's done.
Admitted, I mean, like this season that I've done with 1990, all the other games have been done off the fast action because I've been doing a science and replay.
So he can play a season in a day and a half, huh?
Yeah.
Well, with the fast action, with the fast results, if you just want to know won and lost, you can do a full NFL season in a day. With second season.
Right.
But why? There's something about the fact that for me,
one team to play at least.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. I've done Cincinnati because I was doing Boomer Esiason. But to me, I like to see the game progress. It's like that Philadelphia game that you're watching. I won't go too much detail, but McMahon put 4 long passes together.
Yeah.
In a row. Now, how do you do that in Express?
Yeah.
There's no such thing. You think, well, what's happened?
You got that safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13 yard.
That don't happen too often.
To be
you
fair,
don't see many safeties. We're gonna see one tonight, though.
I'm replaying the 2007 Indians, and just to kind of have records for both teams, I am using hyperfast scoring from the Ronbo site, but I'm not putting it on the channel.
Yeah.
If you bet $20 in Vegas today on seeing a safety in one of these two games, it's worth $13,000.
Wow.
Yeah. You putting $20 on it?
If you do, I said, I think there's going to be a safety in one of the games today. I think there will be.
Watch it be like the last play of one of the games, and like they're lateraling it back, and it goes out of the end zone, and they miss the final score.
And the offensive guy just tries to recover it. I mean, the defensive guy just tries to recover it, falls through his fingers, and goes out of bounds, and ends up being a safety on the other team. Wouldn't that be?
Back in the 80s, the Broncos a couple times in home playoff games took intentional safeties on
with punters walking at the back of the end zone.
Jackie, don't remind me about one of them.
Yeah,
the fumble was one of the games that they took an intentional safety.
Oh.
In one of the quarters.
That was in Cleveland, wasn't it?
No, that was in Denver.
Was
the 87 after Biner lost the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got back to the one. They took an intentional safety to make it 38-33, and then they left.
They did one year against either Pittsburgh or New England too, I think.
Actually, the most infamous safety, or one of the more recent times.
What's that?
When the Chargers made it to the Super Bowl in '94, the only reason they got back in that game against the Dolphins was because they got a safety.
Yeah,
that started the ball rolling to get them the lead. And then Stoyanovich may have missed a field goal at the end.
Ooh, he's in this game that I'm playing.
This damn thing is right.
That's
I'll
brilliant.
look that up and see what happened in that game.
That was the year they won at Pittsburgh in the conference championship game?
Yes.
And they played Miami in the earlier round?
Yes.
Stoyanovich is playing in this game that I've got going now.
Let's see here. It'd be nice if they gave play-by-play.
Boy, the kickers that they had there in Miami, Premium, Stoyanovich.
Oh, God. I can't even name any of their recent kickers after Stoyanovich.
Garo, your premium. Remember when he tried to make a pass one time?
Yeah.
I've got
the Dolphins were wanting to be wanted to win the game 17-0 and be 17-0, and then that happened.
He tried.
I'm kind of glad it did though, because Washington would have the distinction of being the only team that ever got shut out in a Super Bowl.
Stoyanovich missed a 48-yard field goal with right about the end of the game.
Yeah, Super Bowl ain't never had a shutout.
No.
Yeah, and nowadays it's probably a lot less chance.
Well, it's all geared around offense, isn't it? Change the rules to make it easy.
New England, Chicago probably would have been the best chance ever to see one, because Chicago was bad boys.
That's like getting an NBA game where nobody scores 100, isn't it?
Now, yeah. I mean,
getting a rarity.
Scored for the Patriots in Super Bowl 20. And I'm going to look it up now and see if anybody else might know.
Super Bowl 20, that would be 85? Is it 85, Super Bowl 20?
Yes. Yeah. That was the Patriots and the...
Patriots and Bias.
Yep.
That would have been the year the refrigerator
scored.
Yes.
Yep.
That's the year the refrigerator scored in the Super Bowl. Yes.
That was the first game that they played. They played the first game at Wembley that season.
Okay.
Because I've actually stood next to.
They got beat the last game of the season. They got beat by the Dolphins.
No, that was the next to last. I think.
It was the Cowboys and the Bears, and I think Landry was still in charge of the Bears. I've got a picture of myself.
Cowboys, man.
I've got a picture of myself. Yeah, Cowboys, Bears. I've got a picture of myself sat surrounded by the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Oh, but really?
We were on the Wembley pitch. The referees. The English referees before the day before, and Landry came over and he was looking at the stands, and of course there were no seats at Wembley at that time, and he said, "People are going to stand and watch this game for 4 hours." He said, "Yeah," and it was absolutely packed.
Wembley doesn't have seats. Wembley
didn't. Not in 1985. The ends were standing.
Oh, well, Have you still got that photograph?
Oh God, no! I wish I had. There's some gorgeous women. But yeah, Bill Perry was a big lad.
Well, of course, then you have to remember back in the 90s, there were games. There was a preseason game in Japan. Terrell Davis is very fond of that game because essentially that hit that he made in that preseason game against the 49ers essentially propelled him into being a starting running back, and then for a 6 or 7 year career got him into the Hall of Fame. But no, so the player that scored the touchdown for New England in that Super Bowl, Irving Fryer.
Gosh.
From Steve Grogan. At the about just under 2 was at the 146 mark of the fourth quarter.
And that's the closest that's come to being a shutout.
Yeah. Well, there's been the Patriots scored 10 points, and then the Broncos scored 10 points in that 55-10 game against the 49ers.
Yeah.
And then the Rams only had 3, right? In their game against the Rams a few years ago, it was what, 13-3?
Yeah. Broncos, that 89-90.
Yes.
I were in Sydney, Australia. I watched it at 11 o'clock in the morning. I took the day off work to watch it, and I think it must have been about 10-15 minutes into the game, and I thought, why did I take a day off work? Because they just slaughtered them, didn't they?
Yeah,
did they have Montana there, or was that Steve Young?
It was Tim. It was Patrick Beverly that showed the camera. It wasn't Schroeder.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, it was Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly. I'm gonna see if he's getting. I think maybe I'd heard something this morning about it. 2 games.
Yeah, but what they're going to do? What they're going to do to the officials for making a total and utter arse of themselves? They'll probably give them the NBA playoff finals.
Yeah. And it's funny, Alan. One of the players on that 49ers team at one point was an answer to a trivia question. So the 49ers had a running back named Harry Sidney. And at one time, he was the only non-quarterback to throw Jerry Rice a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Terry Kirby, and I think there might be a couple others have also threw touchdown passes to Jerry Rice. And it took me a longest time to find that footage of Sidney throwing a touchdown pass. I think it was in San Francisco. I think it might have been against the Saints. But yeah, no.
Hello.
NBA takes up from Patrick Beverly and LeBron James that the officials got to call wrong. There is no way they should have released that bullshit. There's no way they should be releasing that.
I ordered something from IHOP, and this poor jabroni is driving around all over out here. He can't find me.
Shit's gonna be cold.
He's got a freaking GPS thing.
33-cent tip.
Tom Izzo has bitter beer face today.
Where are you at?
Complaining over all these calls.
He probably got good and drunk last night. 33-cent tip day, Keith.
Huh?
33-cent tip day.
Yeah. For all Harris's.
Found the pennies. You got the pennies.
Did you hear about that, Alan?
No. Well,
Harris was out doing an Uber Eats delivery, and there was a tip that was put in there. He delivered it. The guy didn't get his silverware or something, or plastic.
Oh yeah, he didn't get his plastic fork and spoon.
Or a straw or something. And then he changed the tip to 33 cents. So Harris went and took 33 pennies and threw it all over the guy's sidewalk.
Good. Yes. So he's in his own house, and he's got food delivered, and I assume he's got knives and forks in his house.
That's what probably.
And the tight bastard went and
tight bastard
changed the tip. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have set his house on fire.
Let's not be that way. Let's not be that way. Word. They can.
I'd remember his address. Putting something a little extra in his burger next time.
By the way, Purdue's up 18 at half against Michigan State.
Purdue's up how much?
18. They hit a three before the half.
What's Purdue's record now? 21 and
1. 20 and 1. 2-0 and 1.
20 and 1. Okay.
Is that basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't lose. They won't lose over one more before the tournament. They'll win it. They'll win the Big East. I mean the Big East.
Yeah.
They'll beat the Big Ten. They'll win the Big Ten. They're that good.
If you go through the Big Ten only losing 2 games, you're doing something real good.
Yeah.
Ohio State. They're saying they're not even going to make a tournament. They're not even going.
They don't deserve it.
What's their record now?
Well, they got smashed by Indiana.
They're above 500 though.
Well,
I watched him Virginia Tech yesterday.
They're 11 and 10, or 11 and 11.
Oh, okay.
They don't deserve to be in any.
They're saying Penn State's not going to make it either.
No, and they're losing to Michigan. They're beating Michigan at half.
Oh,
it was halftime. I'll switch over to that game.
Yeah, I got you.
How's Villanova doing these days?
Villanova, they wish they had their coach back.
Let's see here.
They're not bad though. I'm not sure. Are they ranked?
I don't think so. But
I don't think he will either. But I think I do.
No, they're 10-10.
They're what?
10-10.
Oh, yeah. They missed their coach. They missed their coach. Yeah.
I see Bob Morris is playing Oakland.
Yeah, good old Bob.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Manhattan versus Canisius.
Yeah.
By the way, Penn State 62, Michigan 36, about 5 minutes into the second half.
And Keith, Alan, tell us about Wofford. What's their mascot?
The Woofer.
Woofer.
The Woofers, yeah.
Quinnipiac. I've got to find a basketball team to follow. Oh, there's one called Iupui. Aye. Iupui.
IUPUI.
Yeah, you have to say the letters individually. It's IUPUI. It's Indiana University and Purdue University joined.
Yeah.
I prefer IUPUI.
Yeah, I prefer IUPUI. He said IUPUI.
Let's see what.
So there's IUPUI and IUPU Fort Wayne.
Virginia versus Syracuse.
As long as it's not Fort Young.
St. Joseph Benton. St. Joseph Benton.
I just wanted to tell you to FY yourself.
FYU.
FYU. Oh my Lord, yeah.
Or it's FIU, FGCU, and FAU. There's FEU, Florida Eastern University.
Fordham University, FU.
Oh, the Billikens are playing.
The what?
The Billikens are playing.
East St. Louis?
Yeah, St. Louis against Fordham.
St. Louis Billikens?
Yeah.
Fordham. Oh, okay, Fordham. That's FU. That's the FUs.
I was the back judge on one of their preseason games for the football.
Yeah.
St. Joseph Benton, great name.
St. Joseph, ones out of Philly.
Don't know. It's called St.
No,
Joseph.
the ones out of
Benton.
Philly are the Eagles. They do the eagle flaps his arm the entire game.
What St. Joe team did he say?
St. Joseph. I think it's Missouri. St. Joseph Benton.
Oh, probably
Missouri. MO.
Yeah.
Mizzou. Raytown South against Kearney. Top game. Park Hill, St. Joseph Central.
Stephen F. Austin is 15-7, second place in the WAC.
The $6 million. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the Lumberjacks. Remember, they can cut down a tree with one swing.
Ooh. Injit. What about Injit? I'm assuming that's New Jersey Institute of Technology. Injit.
Yes, the Injit is
NJIT, the new jerks in town.
Where'd you go now?
The new jerks. Huh?
Humbuck, UMBC.
Maryland, Baltimore County. Umberk.
I hit the wrong button.
UMBC, Umberk, he said.
Humbuck.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about UMBC, do we, Rob?
Ooh.
We don't mind them.
Oh,
they beat up UVA a few years ago
as a 16 seed.
Yeah, and I'm not a UVA fan. I didn't mind it.
Well, it did lead to a title the next year, so I guess there is some silver lining.
Yeah, right.
North Dakota State are playing South Dakota State.
Oh, that's a real hum. That's a real humdinger. Is one of those two teams? Is one of those two teams mascot the Humdinger?
Nah, it's a Jackrabbits and the Bison.
Yeah, it should be the Humdinger.
Are you going to shape it like a turkey, like the like Virginia Tech does with their Hokies?
Oh, I think I found my team.
Gobbler. Uh-oh.
Raymore Peculiar.
Raymore Peculiar.
Yeah.
Raymore I gotta find this team.
Peculiar. RAYMORE-PECULIAR.
They're a high school team, dude.
Yeah.
That's a high school. That's a high school football team out of Missouri.
Yeah,
Yes.
they've got it on ESPN.
And that ain't what you want to be watching. Chasing the wrong thing, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next thing you'll know, you want me to read the New Orleans Times-Picayune.
Hey, he's going to be talking about grooming the players in a minute now. So it's 16 and 17-year-olds.
I'm looking at you over the top of my glasses there.
At least find a college team.
It's what I like about you, Rob. Nothing.
Oh, me.
And Dave's back.
Hi.
Time to get me a popsicle. I love popsicles.
Yeah, they're good.
Popsicles.
I want to bite my popsicles. Popsicles.
Popsicles.
Tim, what was the soccer fire you had me looking at the other day?
What's that? Bradford City.
Bradford City.
Yes, because he had never heard about, because we brought up the Hillsborough disaster, and he had never heard about the Bradford City fire.
I got married that day.
What's that?
I got married on that day.
On the Hillsborough disaster?
No.
On the Bradford City fire. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I went up after reception, went up to the room, turned the TV on, and that was the first thing on the TV. I knew it was doomed. I should have left then.
Yeah. Well, there have been inquiries about, you might want to not have where stuff can fall down the bleachers, or like trash, cigarettes. What happened was a cigarette lit trash, and literally within 4 minutes, that thing is completely engulfed in flames. And of course, then the stupid idiots locked the exit gates, and people were kind of trapped in one area.
Yeah,
some people were.
I saw a spot where a guy was running around on the field on fire, and they tried to get him put out.
Yeah,
there were a couple people like that. At some point, United just like, all right, we're done. Like, all right, we have a fire. We'll let the news take care of this from now.
Yeah.
ESPN, they've seen a fire. All right, there's a fire. We're going to cut away from this, and we'll be back when it's under control. If it's not, we'll see you later. And there were like people on the pitch chanting, and
it was almost like the Hindenburg. I mean,
yeah.
Yes. 11th of May, 1985.
Yep. And if you go to their grounds, you can see all the names of the people who died, because they have them memorialized on a plaque on the grounds.
And they also keep is it 72 of them or whatever? The 72 seats are always kept empty.
I'm surprised they didn't. Well,
not that makes a lot of difference, because there's more than 72 empty seats at Bradford game anyway.
Right. Well, and then they don't do the memorial services for the 96 anymore.
What, at Hillsborough?
Yeah.
Good.
I've heard they stopped doing that about 4 or 5 years ago. They stopped doing that.
Good.
After they got the inquiry that the police chief was negligible.
Yeah.
Of course, now he's like 80 years old.
But of course, nothing said about the fans that went into that stadium without a ticket. I mean, they're not responsible.
Well,
no, they're not. They're not responsible.
Is that the one where they got crushed?
Yes.
Yeah, they're not responsible.
I showed him the picture that they used for Sports Illustrated.
How'd they come to that decision? How'd they come to the decision to use that photo?
I have no idea. It's the one right up against the front of the fence where there are people like literally have their faces pressed into. There's probably 1 or 2 people that have already died.
And the reason those fences were up
They had to have a meeting about that. Like, okay, here's what we see. Are we going to put this on in the magazine? And somehow they decided to do that.
The reason they had to put fences up was the Heysel disaster, which were Liverpool fans again.
Mm-hmm.
That's why all clubs were made to put a fence up to stop fans from getting onto the field, and it was the last straw was the Liverpool fans at Heysel.
Liverpool, your favorite?
Hate them. As Manchester United song goes, always the victim, never to blame. Because at the end of the day, no matter what the police did, and they did some awful things, they were not responsible for those people dying, in my opinion.
I agree.
Have there been a lot of different teams win the EPL championship?
Oh, yeah. Over the last 10 years, it's been, what, six?
Six different
Leicester,
Five.
Liverpool.
City won it 3 or 4 times, but
Arsenal won it.
Arsenal, I think, will win it this year.
They might this year, but Leicester, Tottenham.
No, Tottenham haven't won it.
Tottenham did. Leicester,
Chelsea.
Chelsea, that's right.
Liverpool, Man City, Man United.
Right.
The problem is if you go way back to like the earliest of times, you'll see a whole bunch of probably teams that don't exist anymore.
Oh, that's before money came into it and ruined the sport.
Yeah, before us Americans got our grubby little hands on it. Oh, we have to see this because it's better than anything we can watch in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trouble is it's not. That's the problem with it.
Yeah, I don't see anybody watching a Brighton Hove Albion game on NBC in the States. I don't care who
They're probably a better game of football than the Liverpool Man United games. Because they're less likely to fall around and act like they're being shot. We're actually thinking of introducing the same rule about physios coming onto the field as they have in rugby, where they continue playing the game and the physio comes on and sorts you out, because there's too much rolling around like you're being shot by an elephant gun to stop the game.
Okay.
You see teams in the EPL that get relegated after being really good, like a few years later, or vice versa, being relegated and then coming back.
I mean, you're never going to see the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Tottenham. You'll never see them relegated. They've got too much money.
Yeah. Although Everton is getting real close to being relegated.
Yeah, but they're not a big team. They don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, trust me. You got somebody that's a Wednesday fan on my trivia team. They're really hoping that they'll get into the Premier League.
The last team.
You've got a guy who's a Wednesday fan.
Blackburn.
On my trivia team, yes.
Great guy.
Blackburn in '95. They're not in the league now.
Yeah.
Blackburn won the Premier League in '95.
Yeah.
Blackburn Rovers. They had Alan
Shearer. Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alan Shearer played.
Did. Everton won it. Everton won it twice in the '80s. 78 Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. But I think that was before it was Premier League.
When did it turn to Premier League?
92.
Yeah.
It was Football League, then Football League First Division, and then the Premier League.
Okay. We got you.
And the real sad thing about it was that the Premier League was supposed to improve the standard of the England national team.
Huh.
Yeah, right. It weren't about money. Yeah, okay.
Oh, Rob. Paul Govier says he wants to play the Spanish baseball. If you guys play.
All right.
Yeah.
I ain't seen him in a while. We got to get him on live again with him.
Yeah, right.
Is he the same time zone as you, Alan, or one different?
No, it's the same time as it's the same time zone as
I
me.
thought so.
I talk to him every morning when he gets up. He gets his coffee. We have a chat about
Where are you, Dave?
games. I'm in Iowa, Waterloo, Iowa, United States.
Is this paradise? No, it's Iowa.
Heaven. Is this heaven?
Is this heaven?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
Iowa.
It's Iowa. That's right.
Great film.
Yes, that was one of my favorites.
So RJL should be done playing his.
Somebody was saying there was a trivia game where they asked that question and the people didn't know the answer to it. Was that you, Tim?
I don't know.
People
What was the question?
Like in the movie, the Field of Dreams, when the guy asked Shoeless Joe, "Is this heaven?" And then what was the reply? You know,
that wasn't me. Then
This is
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
whoever it was, I think it
Iowa.
was some kind of game show or something. The people didn't know the answer to it.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, my brother still can't watch that movie because he thinks of my dad. Got one.
My dad, I know.
So.
I think of that too. Yeah, the catch scene gets me going. Yeah.
Oh, when they say at the end, "Want to have a catch" or something?
Yeah, your dad. Yeah. I haven't had a catch with my dad since I was a little kid, and now he's 74. He's not doing so well. He's losing his memory. Can't walk good. And, he's getting old real fast.
They're not doing Field of Dreams this year because they're doing renovations to it. So they have to
Are they really? Yeah.
2024.
Okay, I see.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, it's about the only thing that they should really think about maybe playing a few of these games at minor league parks because right now, they're not drumming up any interest.
Did you see the interview with Scott Rowland on MLB Network?
No.
They were talking to him, and he said after he found out he was in the Hall of Fame that his son got real emotional and kind of had to leave the room for a bit. And then he'd come back and he asked his dad, "Can we play catch?" That was like the first thing.
That's awesome.
And they went out in the drive, and Scott Rowland was almost like tearing up talking about it. He was like, "It's we went out in the driveway."
How old's his kid?
He was like in his, I don't know, maybe around 20 or something.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Maybe he was a teenager still. I don't know, but it's just.
Let me see if I can pull up Scott Rowland's kids.
Anyway,
on his
it was one of his former teammates with Cincinnati that was sitting there next to him and asked him about that.
Let's see.
Tom Verducci and Brian Kenny, I think, were also on the show.
Now they don't give his children, although in 2018 he was hired as the director of player development for Indiana University baseball. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was like the first thing his son asked him afterwards. Can we go play catch?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize he was Indiana born. He was born in Evansville, Indiana. So
that's Don Mattingly's birthplace.
Is it?
Yeah. Yep. Evansville, Indiana. He used to have a restaurant there called Mattingly's. It closed down quite a long 2008, I think.
Okay.
They closed it down, yeah. Just a bar place, bar and grill. Mattingly's not coaching the Marlins this year. He's out of it. He's taking some time off, I guess.
Oh, when you're going to play a second season game so we can see you use that scoreboard?
I don't know what I'm going to try. I got to read up on it and see what the hell it's all about before I even try it.
It's an easy game.
I'll follow you.
It's an easy game. As long as you've got this thing tagged.
Yeah.
It's a really easy game to play.
Following you along.
All right. So I got to ask Keith or Rob or even Dave, did you guys see my last video for McCormick?
Not yet. I saw it up there.
But is that one you put up yesterday, Tim?
Why you want me to watch it?
I wouldn't have watched
I'll watch
it
it.
yet. I was going.
All right.
I've been trying to watch yours in order from the beginning to the end.
All right, then I won't spoil anything about the game, but I did I moved the white piece of paper with the score on it closer to the pitcher's mound.
Oh, okay.
On the mat, and then because I removed my monitor that I had in the way there that I was never using, I moved the light closer to the center, so it's like pretty much shining directly above the cards. So knock on wood, you should be able to see the cards a lot better.
Okay.
But yes, I did call out Tony Porter by name. I said essentially, and we had a commenter, Tony Porter, say that he could not see my score sheet.
Yeah, I was able to see it okay. He
probably just got all pissy about something.
Has he said something to you since then?
Nope, he did not comment on this video yet. He probably said, "Screw you! You're not doing anything I like. I'm going to throw my 2 cents in, and I'm gone." Fine, bye.
Right.
We'll move on.
I saw your scorecard just fine. And Alan, I subscribed to your channel.
Yeah, see,
just a few minutes ago.
Excellent stuff.
I want to watch that.
Yay!
With the Dolphins.
Is that what you got? 200.
200.
All right.
I think you got a little bit more than I do. I think I'm at like 198.
Very cool.
I'm not really worried about that. In fact, my 300th video that I had, I was like, I didn't even realize I was at 300 videos. I was like,
it's amazing how many videos you have on, isn't it?
Yeah, I got 1,500.
Oh,
and Dave, I did make a playlist for all the McCormick games. So
yeah,
I got
it'll be easier to find.
P23.
Well, one time you get 3 or 4 a day, Rob.
Do what?
Yeah, you were playing 3 or 4 Boston games in a day.
Oh yeah, my first 2.5 years, I had minimum 5 videos a day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That was rocking the hell out of it. And
well,
now
then you'd be like,
now I do 3 a week.
Right.
On a good week.
Yeah. Here lately, I've been doing some more racing, so I've been doing the red, white, blue truck.
Yeah, that race was good so far. I watched a few of your races after Martinsville.
Yeah, so
much more.
Have you been getting kind of results that seem realistic, Rob?
Yeah, exactly. I was wondering that
too. Pretty close.
Because those trucks in '98, they were not built for super speedways like Daytona and all that. They had technology for that.
Yeah.
But it's
they didn't start running Daytona till next year or two after that.
2000, yeah. 2000, I think.
So,
yeah.
But that's they was able to run Texas and go to almost
with the right gearing, they could do Daytona no problem. They could do it no problem. Yeah. Those trucks, yeah.
And now, I guess today I ended up missing the damn Rolex 24. I guess that's going on today.
Oh yeah. There was a woman driver. There was a woman driver that had a advertisement about her and being in it, and I can't remember her name, but pretty girl anyway. She's going to be driving in it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that's a new woman. I don't know if she's going to drive NASCAR or not.
I don't know, but truck race should be in the next week or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll race down there first.
Yeah, they'll race down there 250 miles.
Yeah.
And then the Daytona 500. And then between that, the Busch race. I wonder if they put the Busch race on TV these days, or is it on ESPN?
Well, the ESPN just picked up signed up a TV deal with them.
Well, I'm gonna get ESPN hooked up to Hulu. That's how I'm gonna watch baseball this year. So
because
some baseball,
because they offered like the minimum, and NBC told them to go screw themselves, and ABC told them to go. Well, ABC and ESPN's together, but CBS told them to go jump off a cliff.
Who's broadcasting the Daytona 500 this year?
Huh?
Who's broadcasting the Daytona 500?
CBS is.
That's what I thought.
What I'm saying is with the nationwide series, the second series, they don't want to show. They don't want to show that shit.
I know, it's too bad. I wish they would. That's a good race.
And then see the trucks. Trucks went back to the Craftsman Truck Series this year. they've had Camping World and they've had other things.
Yeah, I can watch them on YouTube. Somebody puts them on YouTube all the time, those truck races, so they're easy to get.
Craftsman took back control of that. So
is that right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
it's not Camping World anymore.
No, okay. And they're trying to make it back into a race rather than to a damn show. I don't know whether they're going to. Is it too little, too late? I don't know. We'll see. But they don't want the segments and all that bullshit. They're trying to cut that shit out. So
of truck racing, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, but
I think they should cut that shit out of all of it. I think it's ridiculous.
They got to go before. They had to go before NASCAR board 2nd of February. So what's that? 4 days from now, 4 or 5 days.
See what happens. Yeah, hope that gets.
See what happens.
Yeah,
they're paying enough money. They ought to be able to kind of make some of the rules.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I'm going to drop off because it's time for me to eat.
Okay.
Carry on.
I'm gonna jump off because it's time for me to eat because I'm gonna eat some lunch too. And Alan, we'll talk to you later, bud. We'll be
back.
All right.
Thanks for
Have a good evening.
You too.
Yeah, man.
Cheers. Bye.
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 I'm gonna go in and sit down for a little while, maybe eat some soup or something, and then for the football
Ready
game,
for football.
may come back around.
I think about 1 o'clock. They should have a football preview for an hour before the game starts. Game starts 2 Central Time, 3 Eastern Time.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Right. So 25 minutes. Yeah, hour and a half from that, it's going to be kickoff.
Yeah, it's going to be kickoff.
No bad weather. No bad weather at all in Philly. I've been here.
That second game's going to be something though with bad snow, or not snow, but like wind, I guess.
Cold.
And cold.
And
wind,
I still say, even with the cold, with the wind and everything, I bet they score more points in that second game than I think they will the first game because those first two teams, man, they got some defenses. Those other two teams.
Oh yeah.
You can still get
scoring
a
tight football game,
I suppose, because you can get short fields and you can get turnovers.
Yeah, but I just think it's going to be a higher scoring game at night. There.
Yeah.
I think it will. But now
it's all dependent. There's going to be a lot of offense in that first game.
It's all dependent upon if Kelsey plays all the game. Thursday. No, Friday. Friday he got hurt at practice with his back. So and so we don't. He was considered questionable Friday, and then Nat's probable. It's thrown to a probable, so he's gonna play. But I'm telling you, you got a twisted ankle, and I don't know if I've ever had a high sprain, but I've had a twisted ankle.
Oh yeah.
And played baseball. And baseball ain't football. Baseball ain't near football. You can go in the outfield, may not run, but twice a game, 3 times a game. You're the quarterback. You got to run. You're gonna run 60, 80 plays, anywhere between that.
Oh yeah. You're gonna be snapping off center every play. You gotta step back on an ankle.
17 degrees starting the game, with it feeling like 8, and by the time the game ends, they say it's supposed to feel like 3. Well,
yeah,
it don't matter if it don't snow. It don't. In fact, it probably would help him if it snowed because you might be able to slip and run and slide a little bit. But with a strong turf, hard turf, like almost like lead. It ain't gonna give. You know how it gets that crunchy under your feet and all. That ain't gonna be fun. So we'll see what happens. But
it's gonna be fun for him.
I'll be very, very surprised if you don't see him limping off that field either at the end of the game or sometime during the game, and then with a back. I've never had back problems. My dad's had a lot of back problems.
Yeah.
He said that ain't no shit that you get over within a month.
No.
Most time back problems and stuff.
Now, who had the back problem? You said
Travis Kelsey,
Travis Kelsey.
The tight end
for the Chiefs.
Tight end.
Yeah, they need him too. Boy.
So if them two have problems, then that team's gonna have problems scoring because I'm gonna tell you now. If you gotta lose one of those players, you can lose your quarterback. You still got a legit chance.
Right.
You lose Travis Kelsey, you ain't winning. You ain't going. I don't give a damn if they do have Mahomes. If they lose Travis Kelce for this whole game, they ain't winning that game. I'll bet on that because Kelce makes the engine go. Their wide receivers ain't good enough to keep him in the game. Ain't no way. Way. But he's capable of catching 10, 12, 14 passes in a game. He can do it.
Yeah.
And he keeps it. He keeps the chains going.
Keeps the chains going. That's right. Yeah.
And
very important.
You know, and also, you know, he's like a cheerleader on the field. He goes crazy. He goes nuts. So.
Yep.
I think if they lose him, it's a hell of a worse. And don't get me wrong, I ain't calling Mahomes trash or nothing.
No.
But Henny has played. Henny has played, and he knows how to play, and he knows what to do. And he came in and played that one time this year and played okay when he was out.
Mm-hmm.
I would give them a better chance with Henny and Kelce than I would with their starting quarterback and no Kelce. That's what I would do. Now I really would. I think Henny could win, but if they lose Kelce, I think that is the end of them. I don't care who they play in the last four, but and then
I've been on here over 2.5 hours. I think probably
okay.
Let you
guys take care. Enjoy football today. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Enjoy the games, guys.
Chatting with me a little bit this morning.
All right. Enjoy the games, guys.
Rob's channel, maybe elsewhere.
Yeah, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bud. Have a good one now, kid.
All right, Rob. Yeah. Hopefully these games will be good. Well, we got about an hour and a half.
You never did. Yeah, you never did turn off your live. Top right.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just figured we'd stay on there, and if people wanted to chat, nobody really came in and chatted with us, but
it
still shows 3 viewers. So whoever's watching, be Tim and
right.
Okay, everybody, thanks for stopping in. See you later. Bye.